itself had the HR try to take me away again, but that didn't happen. I have a very high opinion of the HR that we're not going to talk about. Just because yeah, I just had a very bad experience with the HR as a child and everything, and I was so happy to be done with them until welcome back to Just a Breezy Chat. If you notice, we're in a different location. Um, we're at a coffee shop here in the Murfreesboro area of Rutherford County. I do have a YouTube channel that you can go check out. If you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. Also, um, we are on episode 7 of season 2. We're almost done with season 8. We're almost through my high school years. Hard to believe, and I tried to block out most of that for a reason. But with that being said, I guess we can get started like junior year of high school. 17. Whew, yeah, this is when Jody also started. We talked like that's 17th birthday. I didn't really invite any of my friends and stuff because one, it wasn't the birthday party I wanted and everything, and I knew that if I suggested something that I would be the one who got in trouble, and I didn't want to do that because I was raised to be a good girl. I was raised with the impression that just do what we tell you and you won't get in trouble. I still got in trouble, but it was just like, at this point, I was like more planning on survival over anything. I know that sounds crazy to say, but yeah. But the start of my junior year, I was so happy to see my friends, so happy to see my bestie. She had just had her little girl. It was my third year at JRTC. Oh, I don't remember what rank I was, but I was in color guard fully. I got to do that flag, and I was so happy for that. Oh my gosh. I miss JRTC. It was like the best years of high school, part of high school for me. Sounds crazy to say, but it's true. But yeah. But during the summer, I would spend a week with Jody during the summer, unaware that she was cheating at the time. Cheating on with my stepdad at the time. So we could probably imagine it. But I would also start spending a lot of weekends away from home too during this time, just because I was planning my exit route. I was getting that freedom and starting with trying to avoid being at home as much as possible. Now, that sounds crazy, but sometimes it happens like that. Uh, but yeah, being away from home really was the best part about me because I got to be freer. Also got involved with a toxic cousin of mine that we will talk about a little bit later on, but yeah. So it's like I was starting to see a lot of the toxic. I just didn't know how to deal with it. My depression was at its worst. My anxiety was at like so high. Nobody knew what was going on, which made it so much worse. And like I said, I was raised in that generation where depression, mental health was still a stigma. Like I seen firsthand. Like my sister had just come back to live with us, from living with my real dad. And that was a can of worms in itself. Had the HR try to take me away again, but that didn't happen. I have a very high opinion of the HR that we're not going to talk about. Just because yeah, I just had a very bad experience with the HR as a child and everything, and I was so happy to be done with them until they came to evaluate the house and gave my mom and my stepdad second chance, which, yeah, but yeah. But junior year, that's like, I was like starting to look more at colleges too. Even though I knew, like, see, here's the thing I knew at an early age that I wasn't going to have my family's support financially going to college. I didn't even have a license or a permit because no one would take me to get it. It wasn't until I was 21 till I finally get in my 20s, I finally got my permit. I really think on that last test though, they really just started pitying me, and I'm like, oh, we all know that pity test, right? You know what I'm talking about. Just because we're not gonna say how many times it took, but yeah. But also, I was realizing that cheating might be happening around this time with Jody and my stepdad. And just so we're clear, Jody is a completely false name. Because I don't want to ruin the identities of anybody watching this or listening to this, just because protection, y'all, protection. But yeah, because these things, like, I'm talking more about this and it's helping me therapeutically, but I don't know what else. Like, junior year wasn't really that exciting, honestly, though. But it was also junior prom, senior prom, which, here's the thing, I wasn't going that year. My sister went to her senior prom that year, and I was like, why? Here's my theory on prom. Why am I gonna pay $50 a ticket? Keep in mind, it was $50 per ticket when I was still in high school. Let's go ahead and remember that. But yeah. But why was I going to pay $50 per ticket? See a bunch of people I already didn't like when I see them 45 days a week for free. Come on now. Show me the logic and all of that. But no, prom just was not for me. Like, plus I can't do crowds. I can't. I've tried so many times, but like over the years, my anxiety has gotten so much worse when it comes to crowds. I know that sounds silly to say, but yeah. But yeah. But so that's it for this episode. Join me as we talk about my senior year and finally getting to leave to start my real true start of freedom that I so desperately wanted. But it also will lead to a lot of years of instability that I've so desperately craved and I really need. But the one thing I wanted growing up was stability. Like, I know it sounds silly, but yeah.